So last night about 1 o'clock, I get awakened out of nowhere by my daughter. She comes to my room and I'm sleeping real good too, right? So it's like, I'm not the best person to wake up when they sleeping real good. So, but I didn't get an attitude. But, she came in there and she was like, Dad, it's my 10-year-old daughter. I got a 10 and a 12-year-old, and so she came in and was like, Daddy, I'm scared, and I'm like, why? What's wrong? And of course, at that point, I'm alert because, if you a father or any kind of parent, your kid coming there in the middle of the night, you jump up and you alert. So she comes in and she like, I watched a movie the other night, and I didn't even know she watched. She was with her mother, I watched the movie, I'm thinking about the movie and I can't go to sleep. So I'm like, I talked to her for a minute and I was like, because her sister was upstairs already asleep. So I asked her where her sister was. She said upstairs still asleep. So, my thing was, I thought I could talk her into going back upstairs because her sister was up there, and that's not the case. You got to be real sensitive when you dealing with your kid, especially girls. So, I end up saying, "Do you want to get in the bed with me?" And she was like, "Yeah." And so she, my daughter's pretty big for her age, 10 years old, so she crawled in the bed, and went to sleep. I looked over her and she was knocked out, But the thing I thought about is, that we always, as parents, had to be available to our children, whether in the middle of the night. And it doesn't matter if our kids are grown and gone, if they call you in the middle of the night, if you that kind of parent, you're going to jump, So it brought me comfort, to, that I'm that kind of person today, that I'm the kind of person that, because you have some parents that would have said, go back in your room, you're going to be okay, ain't nothing in there, boy or girl. That's how my father was. He'd have been like, go back in your room, but I saw that she was scared. So if your kid is going through, and it might not be the same type of situation, be there for them. Just listen. Sometimes they just want to lay next to you. And I think she just wanted to lay next to me, and she went right on to sleep.